really excited to have everyone here today. I've already spoken about how we fit into the strategy. I've already spoken about how we are building platforms, how we are investing in others. And I think I'll take this opportunity to make one final point that I think is very important. Besides the media who have blessed us by joining us today, we also have a lot of our partners. Okay, we have, I guess maybe half of the folks that we've invited today are actually our partners. And I guess that's the final part of the story. As we develop these platforms, as we invest in others, we aren't going to do it alone. And in fact, if we did it alone, it would probably take too long and cost too much. And so I guess I'll just finish the introduction off by welcoming our partners, because it's because of you that we're going to be able to leverage your expertise, but it's also going to allow UBX to provide that greater opportunity and greater access for all, because we can leverage on not just what we're doing, but also the great work of our partners. So a special welcome to our partners. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that speech, Sir John. Let's give him another round of applause. Now, to give us more details on this transformation, let me call on UBX Chairman of the Board, Mr. Henry Aguda.
So, I spoke about what UBX is in the framework of our digital transformation earlier at the third floor. But for those of you who weren't there, just a quick summary. Unionbank's transformation actually started way back 2016. In fact, there was a press release in 1999 that showed Unionbank was the first provided the first online banking transaction through PayPal. So, and that was as far back then, that was already one of the first digital transformation that we've known of in the industry, the banking industry. But let me take you back 2016. 2016 was actually where we started, where it mattered the most. Some of you heard me say this. When something is worth doing great, we start with our people. We start with our fellow union bankers. And in 2016, that was the year that we laid the groundwork through the efforts of our HR and our leaders like Tito and Edwin to drive culture from the top. And you know what they say, you drive culture from the top, it gets sustained from the grassroots. So the top and the bottom met. And in the middle, we have a strong organization right now where it's totally agile in our own Ubuntu way. And in 2016, those efforts were basically rewarded when Unionbank won one of the best places to work for in Asia, which was given as an award in 2017. And in 2017, we said we wanted to be serious about and methodical about digital transformation. So we laid out a 3-year plan. And for friends in the media who followed the story of Unionbank, if you remember in 2017, we started with a modest launch of saying we will adopt an enterprise architecture that we will build over 3 years. And during the 2017 period, we did the foundational elements. We quietly restructured our data center infrastructure. Not a lot of you would know that we've moved 2 data centers already in the span of 3 years. We wanted to be quiet about it. We want you not to feel it. But there's been a lot of work that happened through the whole organization, moving our infra around in our data comms facility. We did the mundane task of making sure that we're certified for ISO, PCI DSS, privacy impact assessment. In fact, we exited 2017 as one of the best digital banks in the Philippines. We also garnered the award for being the best cybersecurity and risk managed company, as well as several awards for data privacy. This is important because that's the hygiene. So we have the culture and we have the hygiene together after 2 years. And in 2018, that's when we started seeing exciting stuff from Unionbank that we've launched in the market. We have the ARC. We started with one of the best 14 branches in the world for financial services. We started with 1, I think now we have 14, and by the end of the year we'll have 35. And we will continue innovating with the R. That's our branded branch customer experience. Then maybe you've also experienced it, hopefully you have. You downloaded our app, and it can speak for itself actually. Our app is fantastic. It has introduced a lot of innovation in the marketplace that has not been seen before. We've also launched the first chatbot. We also launched our digital assets online. So we did a lot in 2018 to build on the foundations that we laid down in 2017. Now, in 2019 is UBX. It's the tip of the spear for what we call embedded banking. Where our aspiration previously was to reach 50 million relationships and customers, our aspiration right now with UBX in the forefront is to make banking pervasive and embedded in our everyday lives. That's why, as John mentioned earlier, at the 31st floor and before me coming here, UBX is moving beyond the banking space. UBX is into partners like ShipTech for logistics and several other partners that are in the room right now that I don't know if I'm authorized to disclose, but I leave that now to John in the open forum later. So UBX is Transformation B, which is the dual transformation counterpart for Transformation A, which is digitize the bank. And Transformation A is well on its way to completion. As the bank continues to innovate, UBX takes on the lead for Transformation B to create new spaces in the blockchain, in AI, in robotics, in IoT. So in Unionbank, just to close, we always have this promise. We say, Unionbank, our bank, our future. We now add with UBX. UBX, no longer a bank, already the future. Welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Henry Aguda. We have also prepared a video about UBX. Let's all watch this.
What's the future of financial services? Technology now affords us the ability to radically eliminate friction and create financial services embedded in the world around us, delivering financial services when and where we need it the most. Is it going to a branch or using a tablet? Is it mobile apps and internet banking? It's actually much deeper. We just live our lives with the core utility of financial services as an extension of our digital lives. Truly innovative financial technology seamlessly integrate financial services into the lives of consumers and businesses. When we talk about banking today, lines of credit and cash management services. Banking still distracts and interrupts. Our ultimate goal? Financial services that are invisible, vanishing into our lives and businesses. The end goal is clear. But how do we get there? The answer is UBX. UBX is Unionbank's technology, platform, and fintech investment company. UBX explores and creates new opportunities and expands access by connecting communities through embedded financial services. Designed to leverage the capabilities of tomorrow, implemented today. UBX focuses on the following. Embedded banking. We will create a world where financial services are invisible, seamlessly blended into the experiences and activities that truly matter to businesses and people. Ecosystems and platforms. UBX will leverage the immense power of ecosystems and data to explore new possibilities to make financial services more natural and accessible. We are building and investing in open platforms that allow others to gather together and innovate, adding value whether they collaborate or compete. Collaborating with experts and building the best experiences. The future of financial services provides opportunity and access for all. And that's why, at UBX, we include everyone.
Now that was really amazing. If you guys want to check out our website, it's www.ubx.ph. Now before we move on to our question and answer segment, please welcome to the stage our very own Unionbank President and CEO, Mr. Edwin Bautista. Just a few words.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. We have a full room. I'm very happy that our partners are here today. This is not the first day of UBX. UBX has been working a lot, and you know that. But today is like the coming out party for UBX, which is great because it's, unless you see the sign on the door and the people working in the tables, you still don't get the feeling that it's real. It's like, you know, in the beginning, we said, can we really do this? And even as we were doing it, we still couldn't believe that we were doing it and that something was actually, something great, and that the magic was actually happening. So today it's like, okay, we don't need to pinch ourselves anymore. It's real. Oh boy, we've gone a long way. But at the same time, this is also to reassure our partners that we're very serious about this. But Henry, we're also a bank, and tomorrow I have to dress up in suit again. But you know what? I think it's not the question of what you wear. It's really, as they say also, it's not an age thing. My problem is when I go around the 33rd floor, I get conscious of my age. I said, where did all these kids come from? And are they seriously working, creating these great things for us? And John tells me, well, when you see people, if you see people our age doing that, then you will be worried. So that's really the way the world is right now. So it's a great thing, it's a great change. It's a transformation also to us. I think the biggest, now it can be told, the biggest transformation is really not coming from the millennials that we have in the organization, because they live for this. The biggest transformation are for our management committee. So guys, I'm sorry to tell you that I think I underestimated you in the beginning. Our HR head is here, and she said, well, what will be the biggest challenge? And she said, well, you know, your biggest challenge would be the Mancom. But after 3 years, you've proven me wrong. You've proven her wrong. You're not the biggest challenge. In fact, you're the drivers of it. And for that, I'm really happy. Someone had asked me, how did you do this? And did you have a Mancom that's like doing the old business while we are retooling for the new? Well, to tell you, I got a lot of flack from our board because the usual Mancom has 8 members, and all of a sudden I told them I have 18. And it keeps on growing. Actually, I think I have 20 in the management committee. So you know, you're the largest, wasteful, you're the largest management committee in the whole Philippines. But really, because half of the members of Mancom were designed to work on the future projects, and the other half supposed to work on the existing business. And for the first year, I think we were like that. But you know what? The second half, the other half that was working on the existing business, they over time said, no, we don't agree that we're just working on legacy businesses. We're working on existing businesses, but we're very much part of this digital transformation. And our task, our challenge is how to use all the technologies that Henry and John and all the rest are dreaming about. We actually will make it happen ahead of them because we have existing business, we have existing customers, and that happened. And for a while, that also caused pressure on the ones who were thinking of UBX for the future, because here's the old legacy bank, and all of a sudden they're adopting data science, they're adopting artificial intelligence, robotics, and so how can this be? I mean, it's not supposed to happen that way. It's supposed to be UBX first, but whatever it is, I think both sides really converge into a Mancom that's one. So right now, the great thing about the Unionbank is we're able, both sides, those running the existing business and those exploring business of the future, are now equally comfortable with the new technologies. Actually, the ones running the existing businesses, in the beginning, the only thing that they really loved were the robots that we had running around the floor because it's very visual, very interesting. But the minute they saw that Our relationship managers were more effective, more efficient because of what data science provides. That we know exactly what's going in our branches at any point in time because of the control center that we get and we monitor. And now, there's no more argument on whether the data is correct or not because with the dashboards, we see things as they actually happen. And I'd like to share with you a story here in the bank. Before, when we have business reviews and the business manager gets challenged with data, our favorite answer is, we'll get back to you when the data is available because we know that, in short, we don't want it discussed right there and then. And we get away with that. That's the usual trick, right? But now, not anymore. Someone will say, excuse me, I think your data is outdated because as of this morning, the dashboard says the customers are now behaving differently. Yeah. So as a business manager, you won't like that. But that's the way the world is now. So we just need to adjust. And at the end of the day, it helps us get better. So if you have any specific questions, I'll be here. And if I can't answer it, I'll throw it to Henry. If he can't answer it, we'll throw it to Marianne over here.
Thank you, Sir Edwin. Now let me call back on stage Mr. Henry and Sir John for our question and answer. Now we'll move on to our Q&A segment.